YouTube, what's good? Welcome, everybody. This is the Mighty Monday Meltdown. I am your host, right? Your transformation coach, Adonius D. Johnson, reporting live from Facebook, live from YouTube at Adonius D. Johnson, or actually it's Adonius Johnson on YouTube, right? Out of all respect, please, with your comments, if it's not going to be respectful, just don't comment. I like to see everybody have a great time and a wonderful time. My aunties be logging in, all right? She said she don't want to see all that, right? Come away from Arkansas. I said, auntie, I don't know what you're talking about, but this feed line is covered. This feed line is protected. My people show up. We show up here in purpose, for a purpose. What's the use of having a purpose if we not going to live in it? So guess what? We have to exercise all rights, right? Like the Amendment 14, the 14th Amendment. Well, I understand that amendment goes with the world, but there's another amendment that should goes with you, and that's called happiness and peace and joy and love and all the things that you desire for yourself, unless you are the troublemaker. If you don't have the answer, then you might be the problem, right? And if you are the problem, then hopefully we can seize that moment right now to change, right? Everybody didn't come here for everybody didn't come here on the same level. Some of us came because we support one another. Some of us came because they recognize something is different about this particular feed line right now. Well, I come because I need somebody not only to talk to, but to stand with me right now. Where do I need you to stand with me at? I need you to stand with me on the battlefield. The battlefield is called life. Whose life? Right now, I'm talking about my life. My life is what I'm looking at, the things that I need to do. I believe that before we start moving, you should always call a time out. You have to have a moment where you just say, pause, let me look ahead, let me see what's going on. Even in scriptures, right? Moses sent some people to spy out the promised land and see what it looks like. Some of you are terrified right now. You done went over to the promised land, you seen what was going on. Yes, they got it on and popping. Some people got a little checks. Some people got their money right. You done visit some people's houses and like, whoa, look at their house off the chain. You got to catch the elevator up. You seeing they living like they balling and you wondering what is going on with you. Well, sometimes that's the place that you need to be in, because that's the self-realization moment when you recognize that your chance is coming right now. They said the first shall be last and the last shall be first. I don't know how you mastered your experience being last in life, but me, it seemed like I'm always running behind in some areas. It seemed like I'm trying to catch up, but I would rather stay in the last position just to learn what last looks like, because when the last become first, that means you get hit first. That means you don't have time to look backwards. You don't have time to second guess yourself. Some of us, you on the front line. I welcome the Invisible Crown Army. I know you here, so I'm grateful that you're taking your positions right now. All due respect to everybody that makes their way in the room. We under the 90 for 90. That's something like a covenant. It's something like a promise. It's just a way of thinking in order so we can stay focused. I do not come on this feed line to agree with the way you think, but I will challenge the way you think. How would I do that? I will use the spirit, a spirit that only I can use. You're going to have your own spirit. Hopefully it will be present. And if it can relate to what I'm saying, then you will be able to articulate and understand some of the things that I'm displaying to you. For others, I'm going to use worldly wisdom. Well, I gained a lot of my worldly wisdom from great teachers that walked in the darkness, but they served as the beacon of light. Everybody was not from a spiritual perspective. Everybody was not from a leadership perspective. Some people was just called Pookie from the block. Some people was called Uncle Man them. And some of the people you just went to school with and ran with, they definitely had it. They had experience. And I don't know how they got it. Maybe they got it for their ancestors or somebody that came before them, but I'm glad that they came because they helped me. What's up, you guys? This is the Invisible Crown meeting right now. We're meeting on the battlefield right now. We here to call a timeout on a Mighty Monday Meltdown. I don't know what you came here to do, but guess what? We in Monday. We on Monday in Monday. In the 7 o'clock hours when we come in, we shoot live from Chicago. We shoot from the hip right now. This is the city. This is the state of mind. This is the state of emergency. This isn't the wrong time to be questioning what you are about to do, but it's really about you getting in the driver's seat and driving yourself to the place that you need to be in right now. We don't have time to be interrogating nobody right now. This is self-confidence, and one way we got to do that, we have to build ourselves up. Stop blaming others and put the eyes back on you right now. Again, I said earlier, if you don't have the answer, then you got to consider yourself as the problem. And one thing we need to do is arrest you in that situation right now. How do we do so? We go mentally with this thing. We got to prepare ourselves. There's a rhythm. We believe that our hearts beats to a rhythm. We think to a rhythm. We breathe to a rhythm. For those that was called by the special name, right? Those that was called, then you know why we here. We step up to get what we need right now. We ain't taking nothing for granted, not even this opportunity right now. So we want to exercise the power that we possess right now. If we're going to be in purpose, then we need to find out every instructions and all these instructions that goes with this thing called life right now. You thought we'll be forgot about? Think again. What's up, guys? I'm asking that you call a timeout. Call a timeout. Join me in this huddle right now as I begin to execute some mental exercises that help us journey through what? Journey back in time, right? Why do we got to go back in time? Because everybody always trying to get more. They want more. They want more money. They want relationships. They want things. They want jewelry. They want cars. They want clothes. They want the next hairdo. They want their eyelashes done. Come on, y'all. Let's get real with it right now. They want their bodies changed, right? They want to get in the gym, but they ain't got in there yet because everything you want requires management. It requires time. It requires skills. It requires patience, right? And you can't get frustrated with self, but for some of us, we know self is the problem right now. So we come back to identify with self. We come back to address self. Instead of trying to go forward, we choose to push pause and we're going to turn around and we're going to try something different. We're going to journey back into our mind and recognize why we failed in some of the areas that we should not have failed in. Whenever you run in a race, whatever you run in a race, and this race is called life, you must understand what the track conditions is. You can't run every race. Some race we going to have to sit out. Some people that got asked to be married. Some people done had the opportunity to move on, but you had to know how to say, I decline. I decline. I'm grateful for the opportunity, but in this moment, I have to decline because I need to make sure that I'm living my best life before I hand myself over and become responsible for somebody else's life. What am I saying right now? I'm saying it's an inside job. We looking for inner strength. We looking for inner peace. We looking for the inner circle. But first, we got to hear the inner voice that talks to you, the inner voice that helps you, the inner voice that provides for you. I'm talking quick because this is the training session right now. Your ears is open. I know your eyes is open. Your mind is open. Wherever you at right now, this is why it's called the Mighty Monday Meltdown. I told you every session that we have, some will be high, some will be low, but we must continue to stick with the flow. We in the first quarter right now. This is a critical time. This is the wrong time to fall asleep on yourself right now. Everybody is in this certain position in this stand. They don't know what's going on with the world. We don't know what's going on with the world. Rules are changing. Laws are changing. People are changing. Community is changing. Most importantly, the way you do things is changing. But why would you continue to be the same when everything around you is changing? Nah, I'm here to help you with this. Again, I'm your transformation coach. I step up, I come out because this is the way that I give back my time. I lend my time. I speak a certain type of way for a certain type of people. Everybody's not going to understand my flow. I believe that if you're going to live in the world, you need special powers to be in this thing called life. You need something supernatural in order to operate in the natural. That's what some people missing. I'm not asking you to give up your life. I'm not asking you to throw your life in. I'm not trying to convict you of the things you do. What you do is what you do. I just need you to understand why you do it. And that's going to require us to ground ourselves. That's going to require some serious concentration, some serious skills. And the only way a person going to be able to do that, they're going to have to strip themselves down, take off they little positions, take off their titles and get in a position where you recognize I'm out here just like you. We both need more. We need more financially. We need more understanding. We need more wisdom, right? We need more peace. We need more love. But one thing we can't do, we cannot judge people for being who they are unless you judge yourself for being who you not. Because we all should be on a higher level, seeking out higher things. What's going on, everybody? I appreciate you guys. You know, we're going on over, I want to say 3 years, 3 years on this feed line every Monday for the Mighty Monday Meltdown. And that right there is worth some applause. That is honorable. I could not do this feed without you guys. When I started these feed lines and I started speaking to the world, it was by force. It was not my choice to be on the feed. Every feed for like maybe a year straight that I opened up my life and started talking, I clearly stated this is not something I wanted to do. Some of you are in that exact same position right now. There's some things you are fighting against. There's some things that you promised yourself you would do, and you still have not got to it. Those are the things that we are here to address today. If my voice escalate, don't worry about it. That's just my coaching voice. I use a coaching voice because I believe that in this thing called life, somebody has to coach you while you being you. Right? I received a call early on last week, and a person asked me about being their life coach. Are you a life coach? I said, no, I'm not a life coach. I'm a transformation coach. And they said, well, what's the difference? Because I feel like I need a life coach. I said, well, who messed up your life up until this point? They thought about it, stepped back, took a second and said, I guess I did. I said, well, if you can recognize how you messed up your life, then you can recognize that it'll be you that needs to clean up your life. Now, what I can do is help you in this transformation, but it's all on you right now. I take no credit for anything, but I will step forward and let you understand something. I'm not here to misguide anyone. I'm here to guide myself. Don't judge no one on these lines. I'm thankful for everybody that logs in to YouTube, right? My new family, my YouTube family, my Facebook family. But even when I was at my lowest point in my own personal life, people laughed at me. People cut me off. People said that I was crazy. I had lost it. People so quick to judge people because they don't understand what somebody else is going through. Just because they going through what you're not going through does not mean that you're not going through something that they not going through. I knew a rich man that had a lot of financial capital, and I literally had my eyes on their jewels. I had my eyes on their finances and things, and I only wanted to talk money talk. And they said, well, what would you give for this money? I'm looking like I ain't giving nothing. But they say, see, me, I have an internal condition, right? A health condition. I would trade everything I have just to be in your shoes. Because, see, my life, I can't do certain things. And it's a strain on me not knowing when I'm leaving this earth. You hear what I just said? You have valuable things inside of you that has value to it. But if you don't see the value in who you are, then you're going to continue to walk around thinking that you are hopeless and you don't have nothing to offer or nothing to contribute to the world or to the inner circles that you participate in. But I'm here on the front line so I can drop these jewels. I don't drop nuggets. I drop jewels. I drop gems. I drop things of worth. And if you can cash these things in, your life will begin to increase, right? I want to invest into human capital. Human capital is yourself. Human capital is recognizing and identifying that you can do better. But sometimes people been spending so much time pretending that it makes you pretend. And when one person pretends, you can get caught up in them pretending that you end up pretending because what you thought was real was actually fake. But you did a good job. You did a good job thinking you was real. But how could you ever be real in a fake situation? See, that's what I mean when I'm trying to express to you that we all played the role, right? And we all got results that was not the results that we set out to get. So we have to look at the fact that there's like a standard package when it comes down to life, and there's something called a premium package when it comes down to life. Without the Spirit of God, you have a standard package. For a lot of us, we don't live in a standard package. We don't move with a standard package. That means just basic. You know how you ever met somebody and be like, I'm basic. I don't need all this. I don't need all that. And that's fine. I mean, if you want to drive a Honda or whatever you want to drive, a Honda Civic, Oldsmobile Century. I had a Buick Century. I had an Oldsmobile Cutlass. Old schools has values as well. It doesn't matter, but you can't knock somebody else because they desire something greater. They desire something bigger. I think life is about growth. And I want to make sure that every time we meet up, every time we come together, that it's all about growth. How do we accomplish this? We accomplish this by grounding ourselves in this huddle. This is the invisible crown army. This is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about angels that comes and assist us while we in this time out. Where are we at? We on the battlefield in life right now. The battlefield is life. Whose life? Your life. Some people that comes on this feed been so faithful that their life started here and now their life is on a whole nother level, right? But see, wherever their life started at, this level has become the bottom level in their life right now, because that's what keep us moving forward. That's what keep us striving right now. Some of us, we so used to holding on to something to when we recognize what we holding on to has been removed from us now, and now we have to go back out. It's just like going grocery to the grocery store. You get all these groceries, you bring them home. Eventually, you begin to eat the stuff that you bought. You begin to cook in the kitchen, the things that you bought. But after a while, everything you bought is gone now, and you have to go refuel, right? Refuel mentally, refuel spiritually, refuel emotionally. Some of us is emotionally drained right now. I know some of you are tired of people. People can be a burden, especially if you ain't got yourself together. But I'm here to help you pass this test. We need to pass this test right now. I welcome everybody all over the world. This is Chicago speaking out, giving another point of view. This is something new that's going on in the city. I am a transformation coach, but I'm also here to motivate those that I can. Those that I can. Those that I can. I want to do what was not done for me. I was kicked out. I was put out. I was put out of 2 churches just because they said I was starting record. Just because they said that, I was doing too much because I asked questions. Why we got to do this? Well, who is a part of this? And I was ejected, told, listen, he needs to leave. Right, leave. And these doors is open, and I thought they was open for the people. But once again, sometimes people judge you according to what they see and not what they know. I thank you that God don't see us the way the world see us. That's why I have to take us an alternate route. Why do I say alternate route? Because when they put me out, I found what I was looking for. I found what I was looking for. My heart was broken. My mind was already corrupted. But when I went out, I located something. And in that location of what I found, not only did I find myself, I found the Spirit. And when that Spirit got inside of me, it walked me back into the place that the people put me out. Now, I don't know what was the outcome, because I don't want to make this into a building and me thing, because it's bigger than me. It's so bigger than me that I can come and talk to you and let you understand the day it gets bigger than you, then you will be able to tend to you and everybody that connects to you right now. But if you make it just about you, then there's no resources. You're not open to receive what it is he's trying to give you, which is another opportunity, which is a new life. I asked a question earlier yesterday on Facebook. I said, do you choose your friends or do your friends choose you? It was a good question, but I wanted to make you think, because to be honest with you, your friends choose you. Me, myself, I thought my circle was small. For some of you, you think your circle is small, but you really have a bigger circle. And people, it's not who you holding on to, it's who holding on to you. People see greatness in you, but they're waiting for you to see it. See, you looking outwardly and you need to be looking inwardly. Many of you are called to be leaders. You already been chosen for the leadership position. But if nobody open up your eyes, nobody verify, nobody come and promote you and help you and develop you, then you will never reach where it is you're supposed to reach. You don't choose your friends. Your friends choose you. Your power comes in the acceptance. Your power is in the acceptance, the invitation. You have to accept the invitation. Well, what am I saying right here? What I'm really saying is some of you made people your problem and they never been your problem. You're not under a contract with them. You don't owe them anything, but they don't owe you anything either. But you have to be the best version of yourself. I told you in our recap from last week, you have to watch your transition. You have to transition in and transition out. Do you see how the different instruments is playing right now? If you can pick up on the piano, you can pick up on the saxophone, you can pick up on the shaking that's going on, you can pick up on the drums and the keyboard. You have to learn to shift, transition in, transition out. Too much religion and not enough self. Self has to be present and allow spirit to transition inside of you so he can use you. When we walk, we need to know who we are and we need to represent whom we are. That's the best example of leadership right now. The leader was put inside of you, but if you never become you, then guess what? Then a lot of people is going without your presence. Your voice needs to be heard. I want to do a recap on something real quick from last week. And we talked about David, and we talked about David in this census report and how he had to go out and he had to do a census of all the fighting men. Well, guess what? There's so many fake people that has been participating in your life that they haven't done anything. They not even allowed to be in your life once you get your life. You see, the only way to have peace is to protect yourself. When you protect yourself, then there go your peace right there. You protect peace by governing what you do, watching your transition and watching your step as you ease on down the road. Everything else will be added on to you. We are about to move, you guys. Move to a place that we can't move ourselves to. Before I go further, I got to continue to get this thing with David done so I can get to the next level, because I'm ready to call on the spirit that governs my life, the spirit that allows me to talk to you, the same spirit that kept waking me up at 2, 3 in the morning saying I'm here to collect. And I'm thinking like, thank you, God. And they're like, that's not what I'm here to collect. Let's be clear about this. You think I put you on this earth just so you can walk around here and think you to give to the planet? That's not it. I said, no, God, you know that's not it. He said, well, I put you here for a purpose, and I'm here to collect on that purpose. And this happened over the course of weeks. I want to say months. It didn't happen every day. But what am I saying to you? I'm saying it's going to take more than a thank you, God. It's going to take more than a hallelujah. What am I saying? Yeah, that's good. But what if I told you you want to use God? But what if I told you, can God use you? Can he use you? Right? Use you don't mean, well, use me like how? Listen at that. Use you like how? The one who created you for a purpose. Some of you wouldn't be where you at without him doing what he did, without you asking him to do it. You not that lucky. I'm not this smart. Some of us, the alternate route been the only route that we was able to take. But in life, when he brings us in the presence of everybody else who was already there, or they had to get there a different way, we have to transition in. We can't come in like rebels. We can't come in hood. We can't come in talking about, what done happened to me. You can't come into new relationships talking about how your heart been broken. You don't trust nobody no more, and your guards are up. Do you know that you are testifying against yourself? Do you know that everything that you are displaying is an inside job? That means you're convicting yourself. But you need to hear yourself before you start speaking right now. The mouth is so dangerous, but we got to work on the transition And we also have to make sure, right? Like David knew in his relationship, he did a foolish thing. Some of you did foolish things and you played foolish games, not just with yourself, with other people. With other people, you have played this thing and hope that you will get good results. Now, how good is that? That thing is not good. That's not good at all, because you have to own it. David owned it. He said, I did a foolish thing, God. He said, let's beg for the mercy of the Lord. And what happened? Somebody, his overseer, like Sister Sonia, called and said, AJ, this is what the Lord told me to tell you. You have options. So what we learned, that in life, you have options. Some of you made one decision and you still stuck in that decision. You had options and you still have options. You make one decision and it's not giving you the outcome or the results that you're looking for, then you have to do the opposite of what you did this particular time. If jumping off early didn't work for you, then you need to shift and hold on and relax a little bit. Sit in the comfort of yourself. But some of us, we have not been with self long enough to master self. And that's why we keep drawing to everything that comes around, whether that's vibrations, whether that's spirit, whether that's vibe, whether that's whatever. Sometimes things shows up and it's not because you have it all together. It's not because you at the bottom of the bottom of the bottom. Things shows up because God places people in your life to help you get up. Get up, stand up, put your head up and get your strength so that you can rebuild what it is that was broken down and torn down. What's going on, everybody? I just want to reset the room right now. This is the Mighty Monday Meltdown. We going through this week and I'm going through this week with you. I feel that we need to exercise the right, exercise the privileges. If the week done end, which was last week, and this is a whole new week, then we got to do a whole new thing right now. Life is changing out here. Some of the stuff that we up against, you gonna need somebody to stand with you right now. I understand. I'm gonna open up the Bible and I'm going to flip the script my way. I understand some people went to school for this stuff. Me, myself, I'm just a person that's out to God. And I believe that if God can use me, then I can use God to help you get to what you need. God, I'm calling on you right now. I'm asking that you will come down in this huddle. Everybody that's on this feed line, God, we need something special right now. We need something special that only you can give us right now. We are thirsty. We are hungry. We are starving for something more. You know the frequency that we on right now. You know the vibes that we on right now. You know the circumstances that we in right now. You know every choice, every motive, every thought. You know why we in some of the places we in. And you know why we gave up. You know who came in our life and you know who tried to kill us and to leave us there. We don't blame nobody for being where we at, but we call on you right now to assist us because we believe that we don't have to stay here. So God, we asking that our ears will be open, our minds will be open, our hearts will be open. We ask that you will forgive us for things that we have thought about that was not productive. We ask that you will forgive us for words that we spoke out of our own mouth, and we don't even know our mouth was talking without our presence even being present. It got us in situations. People was witnessing against us. People was in our presence right now, and God, they brought us up on charges, and we didn't know that we supposed to govern our mouth the way that we supposed to govern. We didn't think that people will accuse us or convict us, especially when they say they love us. God, love is a tricky word here on earth, and people have misused that word, mismanaged that word, and we still trying to figure out what the word actually means, God. But right now, we asking that the Spirit will intercede on our behalf right now, God. You seen everything. You heard everything. You watched everything from the area, from where you stand at, from where you sit at. Yeah. And God, we're not proud of what we're seeing right now. There's areas in our life we haven't even journeyed back to. There's areas in our life that the bridge has been broken. We can't even cross over. And we need to repair that. So God, we asking that you will send divine connection, send people with purpose, send people with passion, send people that got strength. But God, assist us when these people show up, that we don't put any unnecessary pressure on these people, God. God, we thank you for being everything that you are. You are the light and you are the darkness. You are everything. And we're grateful that in purpose, it provides us with protection. And with that protection, we are able to be who it is you call for us to be. So we just asking that you will strengthen us, that will give us self-confidence so we can become self-aware. We can understand our self-worth. We can have self-improvement and be self-driven, that and hope that we might drive others, that when they put their eyes on us, God, they see what you're doing in us and through us, and it begins to affect everybody around us. We thank you that our presence fix communities, our presence fix families, our presence fix relationships, because when we present, you present, God. And we're grateful for this opportunity that we didn't ask for. We grateful for this position that you putting us in. You don't make us feel like we're not qualified. You don't make us feel like we overqualified. You don't make us feel like anything, because some of these positions you putting us in, we didn't ask for it. We did not ask for it, but we accept it because you are God. And for that right there, God, we give you glory. We give you glory, honor, and praise. We're praising you right now with our mouth. We're praising you with our presence. We're praising you with our heart. We're praising you with the breath that we breathe, because you give the air. So we freely, you give it to us. Freely, we give it back. God, we don't want to be selfish. We pray for our children. We put them before you right now. We bring the elders before you right now. We bring the parents, the titles, the teachers, the leaders, everyone that has a role that have to give a report to people, also have to give a report to you, because you, God, are the Lord of Lords. You the King of Kings. You are God Almighty, and you are an amazing God. So we come to you right now thanking you that even though we lack in some areas, you fill us up. Even though we go through the fire, we don't smell like the smoke. Even though we don't have nobody, we don't feel like we alone, God. You allow for us to be who it is we need to be. Your presence give us everything. It give us comfort. It give us the desire to want to push forward. Your presence strengthen us in the days that we are weak, and we are so grateful that you continue over and over and over again to remind us, self-reflection, that God, is here in us, and we are grateful for that. So God, I ask that your spirit will go out through these lines, touch each and every individual with new oil, revive, renew, restore. They know what they need, but somebody ain't speaking for what they need. They can't trust the person when he do what they do. But God, you have to trust. You have to trust that we here and we ready. We ready for what it is you have for us. So you can use anybody, God. You can use us. Use this feed line to do something different. And we will continue to lift your name up higher above all names. In Jesus' name, amen. Let's get to it. In Jesus' name. Let's go and flip the script, you guys. Yay. This is good. What's up? Hey, this is the Mighty Monday Meltdown. You guys, I'm a little emotional right now because we're in a critical time zone. And I want to make sure that you guys realize that people stop looking at other people's playbooks, okay? This is what I was shown. Stop looking at other people's playbook. You got to get your own playbook in order. People will give you the wrong answers. They will send you off. And when you crash or when you lose control, then they will laugh and walk right past you and tell you you did not do it right. You didn't do it right now. What's going on, everybody? Listen, this moment is real serious for me. I hope it can get serious for you. I use the spirit. I like the spirit. I use the spirit. And that spirit allows me to make choices and decisions. Keep in mind, without the spirit, I'm just a regular human being like everybody else. This world is not made, it's being made. It's being made by human beings. God is using human beings, right? For the human experience. What am I saying? Two things, communication and thoughts is how he's building this world up. So what I want to do is I want to take you somewhere real quick just to examine something. Sister Sonia reached out and gave me something to examine, and I wanted to just share certain things before I get to my point, right? It's in James 3, right? James 3. Let's just go with the first James 3:1, right? It says, not many of you should become teachers. It didn't say that you can't be a teacher. But keep in mind, once you start teaching yourself, then you will begin to teach others. You don't make it to one row and think it's all about you. There's people always watching you, testifying against you and witnessing to you being you. God can use whoever he wants to use, but once he use you and you make a promise and he gets you to another level, then you have to repay that debt by assisting someone else. I am my life coach will assist you with you. It will help you become a better you because you will become present. Self-awareness is just to be present of your actions. You only responsible for what you say, not what other people understand. And but you have to make sure what comes out of your mouth gives an account to self. Okay? So listen, many should not become teachers, my fellow believers, right? Because you know that we who teach will be judged more strictly. That means you got to put up with a whole lot of stuff you should not have to put up with. This is why I say get yourself together first, Chris. This is why I say pull yourself together. Get yourself up. Teach yourself. Become a teacher to self. Yourself can be the student, the lower you, and the higher you is the teacher. And when it becomes in alignment like that, you will begin to see results, right? Listen to this, verse 2. We all stumble in many ways. Stop right there. If you can identify that we all stumble, how did you stumble without blaming somebody else? You have to look at what you did. What am I doing? I'm taking the power away from the enemy. I'm taking the power away from someone else and putting it back on yourself. I didn't put no money up. What's going on with my savings? I made too much not to put up nothing. You mean tell me I don't have a reserve? Some of us, you need a reserve when it comes to finances, when it comes to emotions, when it comes to understanding. You need to keep a little something in your back pocket just in case, including a word every now and then. But notice that word that you keeping is for you and you only. You cannot keep giving everything away and don't have nothing for yourself. Listen to this. Everybody stumbles. Anyone who is never at fault in what they say is perfect. Do you get this now? Anyone that's never at fault in what they say is perfect, able to keep their whole body in check. Well, we all fail this. Let's just be clear about this. Some people just ain't told you they failure. Some people won't be open with you, but you keep telling them all your business and they ain't said nothing about what they in, right? Remember I said, do you choose your friends or your friends choose you? When people choose you, they confide into you. They feel comfortable with you. They choose you. You can accept the invitation, but if you reject the invitation, then hey, guess what? You chose me, but I didn't choose you. In other words, how many times have we been around people where you helped them, but when it was time that you needed help, they didn't extend their hands to assist you? See, this is one of these situations. We think we keep choosing these people and we expect for them to do something and they do nothing. That's called unrealistic expectation. You expect for this person to be a friend. If you call yourself my friend, guess I didn't call myself your friend. You called me your friend. I don't even know what being your friend consists of. Do you? Do you know what being your friend consists of? You must first become a friend to even know what it means to give, what it means to, not to mention, even in environments you trying to be a friend in, that's a relationship in itself. But guess what? It don't send things into overkill. It respects, it keeps no records. Remember, love keeps no records of wrongdoing. That means I shouldn't have to walk on eggshells, but I don't have to torment somebody either. If I'm going to speak, let me speak about my life first before I get into your life. Sometimes we go into people's lives and we just start raiding like Tomb Raiders, right? So I want to finish this thing with Sonia gave me. Verse 6, the tongue also is a fire, a world of evil amongst the parts of the body. It corrupts the whole body. That's your mouth. Some of us, we talk too much. And we can be on the right path. We can be on the right track. But one word, bah, and a fire start and you burn up everything. You kill the opportunity. You kill the opportunity to develop and grow because you keep talking. This season, guys, I'm begging. Put your mouth on punishment. Be silent. Be silent, but be a thinker, right? Listen to this. It set the whole course of one's life on fire. The whole course. That means you was on the path to winning until your mouth opened up, until you start talking about what you sick of, what you tired of. You ain't about to be doing this. I ain't got time for that. You see all those commands? You just gave out 5 commands, not to nobody else, to yourself. That's rebellious. You have a rebellious spirit, right? It said, and itself sets on, listen, it says the whole course, one's whole life course on fire, and is itself set on fire by hell. That's what God uses. I mean, that's what the enemy uses. I'm sorry. The enemy uses your mouth to sit here and kill any potential that will bring any life into your life, right? Let's go and scroll down to verse 17. Then I'm going to flip the script on something else that I wanted to get to, right? Verse 17. Oh, wait, verse 13. 2 kinds of wisdom. Who is wise and understands amongst you? Stop. Who is wise amongst you? That means you have a relationship. You can call them, they can talk to you, and they're wise in your eyes, right? Who has understanding amongst you? That's a question. Why would they ask a question like that, right? Because it wants you to ask yourself to see who name will you bring up. Some of us, we don't have the relationships that we think we have. We don't have the connect that we think we have. How is it that we allowing other people to any, mini, mighty, mo in our lives, and you are held 100% responsible for the outcome? Some people don't have, not even qualified. Their resumes is not fit to make a one choice or decision. But that's the first person you go to and say, girl, what do you think? Or you asking somebody what they think, right? Listen to this. Let them show it by their good life. If you wise and you have understanding, then let me see what you're working with. Let me see them results, right? I told you them results is something else. When you have them results, that means you're supposed to be on point waiting to see. If a person got it, then they got it. But if they don't have it, then you can't make somebody have what it is they don't have. Listen to this. It says, let them show it by a good life. I don't know what your definition of a good life is, but I know it's better than the one you in right now. Come on, y'all. But by the deeds done in the humility. Come on, y'all. Humility. Deeds, y'all don't know them deeds. Them deeds is tell me a little something about how you gave back, how you on the front line, how you meet up on these feed lines and come and talk to people. Tell me some people that follows you, that believes in your work, and they got results. Man, I can tell you some people that's lives done came is now off the chisane. I look at their life and be like, whoa, God, come on, don't forget about me. You got them now. Come on, give me something for that, right? Ain't nothing wrong with that right there. Listen at that. By deeds done in humility, that comes from wisdom, right? Listen to this. But if you harbor bitter envy and selfish ambition in your heart, do not boast about it or deny the truth. Stop. Some of you need to be honest and own up to the fact that your mouth gets you in trouble so much that it kept you from so much. And if that's what we need to deal with, we're going to pray. Yeah, that's cool, but you got to practice. That means put what we're talking about into practice. People not practicing with you to help you perfect the skills. You know, the 5 P's, proper mean, let me proper take a look at what's going on right now. Preparation, that means I got to prep now because I need to make sure who I'm talking to, who I'm not talking to, right? I don't need negativity in my life. I don't need no negative people in my life. I don't need negative music in my life. I don't need a negative bank account. I don't need anything in the red zone. Matter of fact, I don't even want a red, right? I want to see nothing but pluses, positivity, timetables. That's what I want to see, right, in my life. Watch this. Do not listen to this. Verse 15, such wisdom does not come down from heaven, but is earthly, unspiritual, and demonic. Earthly, there go 1. Unspiritual, there go 2. And demonic. That means you got 3 things you should be looking for. Earthly, let's go some earthly stuff, right? You got to be that's wisdom. Make sure. Remember, I told you in the beginning, I got some earthly people that showed me some stuff. I mean, and let's not get it twisted. I had to learn how to fix some stuff. I know some sisters that know how to change oil, how to change a flat tire. They ain't got to call AAA. They gonna get that jack out the back and jack that cop. They don't care about no fingernails. See, they learned some stuff, right? And demonic. But I wanted to close on this one. It's verse 17. But the wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure. then peace and loving. It's telling you what to look for, you guys. It's telling you to look for pure. That means no ill will, no, you don't have to worry about all that. Then it said also it's peaceful, right? Peace loving. That means it don't like to be yelling and back and forth and all of that. It likes clarity, right? It's just, hey, let's just keep it right here. We good. Let's just stay here. Let God show up and let's just let God be God and we good. It says it's considerate. Considerate. Some people abuse the word considerate these days, right? I mean, it should be considerate. You should be considerate on their behalf and walk your butt away. You should be considerate not to impose in people's lives and throw all your burdens on somebody else, right? Listen to this one. Submissive. What does submissive mean? It means just to be open, Gwen. It means just to be open. I'm submissive. I'm submissive to when God says shut up, I got to be quiet. When God say talk, I don't have a choice. Some people I don't even be wanting to speak to, but God say you better speak to them. And I have to speak because I'm the closest thing that can reach them. And some of you are the closest thing to correcting somebody's life. And if you do it, then that's honorable in the eyes of him. That's honorable. You are the closest thing. You are the leader. Nobody else showing up but you. He called you to do it. But if you don't get over yourself, then you're going to keep talking about, I ain't got time for all this. He's going to keep on reassigning you to this assignment until you make time. You hear me? Let's go. In closing on this, full of mercy. That go love right there. Remember? Love keeps no records of wrongdoing. Wisdom. This is wisdom. Application. Wisdom is application. Remember, wisdom is application. It comes from the Lord. This is a huge lesson. Thank you, Sonia. I'm just getting this right now. Application, wisdom. First of all, is pure. Second is peace and loving. Third is considerate. Fourth is submissive. Five, full of mercy and good fruits. Stop right there. Good fruits. What are you growing in your life that you can feed somebody else? I hope it ain't that attitude you got, because that done came corrupt with the people that you hang around. So what do you feed people, right? That means good fruits. What good fruits do you have? That's very huge. I want you guys to circle that, examine this right here. Verse 17. You're going to need this. Impartial and sincere. Peacemakers who sow in peace reaps a good harvest of righteousness. That's why we on this feed line. We're trying to sow in peace. Sow in who? You trying to sow in yourself. You have to sow in yourself. Don't expect for your pastor or leader to sow something in you. Only way he gonna do it is to talk to you by yourself. Okay? He have to have a one-on-one with you and say, listen, I want to sow something into you right now. And again, I no disrespect to no one. I'm just doing what I was told to do, right? And I'm grateful for that. It says, peacemakers who sow in peace reaps a harvest. I just want you to get your harvest on. I just want to make sure you get what you're supposed to get. Hey, y'all, we're going into the swing right now. Let me get to my word now. Sister Sonia, thank you for that. Let's go to Acts. Let's go to Acts. I gotta get us here now. Yes, Lord. I gotta get us here. I like this. Acts 13. This is called flipping the script. Let me reset the room. What's going on, everybody? This is the Mighty Monday Meltdown. If you made your way into this room, then you here by purpose. I'm only here to help assist you. I am a transformation coach. I'm an entrepreneur. I wrote a book. I'm a self-help teacher. It's called I Am My Life Coach. Pick up some of our apparels. Get you a mug, right? Support what we do, right? I Am My Life Coach is nonprofit. Invisible Crown, which is the coaching firm that is for profit, right? So I'm here to assist you guys. My team is here to assist you. We work together. We meet up twice a week. We work hard to make sure that we can deliver you some amazing motivation, some amazing inspiration, some amazing encouragement. That's what I'm here to do. I am an encourager. I'm encouraging you to be you. I'm not here to judge you, but if you don't get up, we're going to have problems. Verse 13, right? Acts 13. And I love the Spirit of God. Y'all got to get this part because this is going to be very critical what I'm going to give you. Is it verse 13? Wait a minute. Hold on, you guys. Acts 12. Sorry, Acts 12. Acts 12. Let's convert over to Acts 12. I won't be long. I'm closing out. Listen to this. Some of you are in critical situations and you are in critical positions right now. You feeling like you isolated. I feel like this too. Pay attention. I'm going to show you something that somebody probably have not shown you. This is where a lot of us is at right now. So I want you to see how it's going to happen before it happens. Remember, David was given 3 options. 3 years of going through a plague, basically a famine. 3 months of running from the enemy with somebody's chasing him. Remember, Saul was chasing him, right? His enemy was chasing him, right? For some of you, right? Your enemy is up close on you right now. Your enemy is your desire. Your enemy can be the things that you crave. You might lost 40 pounds, but your enemy is still fried chicken, fried catfish. It's still dressing. Don't think the taste buds went anywhere. You still want what you want. Even though you lost some weight, your enemy is the things that made you gain that weight. Do you hear me? Let's be real about it. Come on, y'all. Let's be real. Let's go to Acts 12. Let's go. It was about the time King Herod arrested some who belonged to the church. Some people that belong to the church. Some of you belong to a church. You belong to it. The church owns you. You on membership, right? They got papers on you. You signed up. They made you sign that contract. You belong to the church, right? You under arrest, right? He intended to prosecute them. Some of you are getting prosecuted right now by yourself. You wondering, what's going on? What's going on? Oh, you getting prosecuted. You going through hard times right now because you should be much more advanced. This is your training day. This is the time when you should be executing some of the things you should have learned, but it seems like you ain't learned nothing right now. So now you going through hard times right now. So they under arrest. Listen to what happened in verse 2. He had James, the king, right? We ain't talking about the king of kings. We talking about the kings that make things happen. We talking about ComAir. We talking about Nightcore. We talking about the bank, Citibank. We talking about Chase. We talking about the people that holds the infrastructure, the institutions that has the money, right? We talking about them hospitals, right? That administering the drugs. They ain't gave you your shot yet. You trying to get the shot, but they done ran out. You ain't on the first list. You on the 5th wave, right? So listen to this. He had James, verse 2. Come on, y'all. Y'all better listen to this. He had James, the brother of John, put to death with the sword. Some people, you are losing it right now. You losing your position. You losing your space. I done told you for time after time, stay close. Follow us. I'm going to tell you again, please stay close. This is a difficult time right now. Stay close to this feed. Stay close to when I'm posting. Watch how I post and when I post and what I post. I'm trying to let you understand something. Some of the things I post is hidden messages. I can't come on and do feeds like this all day. I said I was doing a short feed today. Here go this feed here. I got 5 more minutes with it. Right? So I got to press through. Listen to this. When he saw that this met with approval amongst the Jews, stop right there. Some people are happy that you're going through. Some people are happy that you by yourself. Some people are happy that you look like you're struggling. You're not struggling, but you look like it. They happy about this, right? They happy that you had to ask them for something because God ain't told you to ask them for anything. But you still sitting here trying to plot, thinking, how do I ask them this? How do I have? You shouldn't have to think that long. But everything you're looking for is right there before you. It's inside of you right now, right? People are going to have accidents and it's going to cost you. People going to mess up things in your life and it's on you right now. Why? Because you are the leader. You have to shut people down and shut doors down. If the door is open, I pray to God that he gives you the strength to close them now. We need to close some of these doors. Too many doors open, too many people doing too much, saying too much. And we need to both close this up, right? So listen to this. So he said, man, they excited about these people going through. I'm finna go get some more people. Watch this. After arresting him, he put him, listen, they said, I'm gonna go get Peter. Peter, right? Peter, y'all know who Peter was, right? Peter in the Bible. He said, not only did I kill this one, let me go get another one. Let me go get a special one, right? After arresting whatever your name is, right? Chris, what? Sonia, Gwen, right? Who else on this feed line? Janine, right? Tashi, who else on this line? Right? What's going on, everybody? Put your name right here on verse 4. After arresting them and putting them in prison, handed him over to be guarded by 4 squads of 4 soldiers each. Stop. 4 squads, 4 soldiers each, right? So they got a box. They have rims, right? Now listen to me. Hear me and hear me good. arrested. Arrested means you in a situation, right? Be careful about your smile right now. Everybody ain't happy for you. I'm asking you to draw back. Remember last week I said draw back, right? Draw back because, see, we was already holding our position till these people was called back. Now we have to draw back even more. But when we get released, we shooting out, right? So you know what you need to do. I just gave you the plan right there. So watch this. Herod intended to bring him out for public trial after the Passover. Stop right there. We talking Passover now. Some stuff got to pass over, right? You and your feelings got to pass over. This got to come to pass. We're going to deal with these feelings. We're going to deal with this uncertainty. We're going to deal with this frustration. We're going to deal with this mouth to the point where we recognize now. AJ said we need to do this. I'm rolling with what AJ said. I don't want to hear about nobody else. I want to hear what I need to do for me so that I can be better. I want to be a better me. Then God can use me and I can get better results. It is, yes, God can use you right where you at. But if he's only using you 2%, then where's the other 98%? That's areas that you have not mastered yet. You haven't got there where somebody got the 98% and they can care less about your 2%. Okay. So my point is, let's get to a higher place in the spirit, right? So let's go, right? Listen to this. So he wanted to bring him out for a public trial after the Passover. So Peter was kept in a prison. That's your name. But the church was earnestly praying to God for him. Stop. Who can you say that's earnestly praying for you? That touched my heart right there. Some people is not praying for you. They don't even know what you're going through. They don't know nothing about your prayer. They don't know what your situation is. They don't know what happened to you in your youth. They don't know your financial situation. They don't know your position right now. You have to get on the front line right now. This is your opportunity to earnestly pray for you right now and ask the Spirit to take over for you right now. Some of us, let's be clear, Peter in jail, and it says the church is earnestly praying for who? Him. Who's earnestly praying for you by name? His name was Hill. Whose name is praying for you by name? That's your job today. You're going to get on the front line for yourself and you're going to talk to God about you. You're going to tell God all you need. You're going to tell him what's been going on. You're going to tell him how you've been stagnant. You're going to tell him how you've been shortchanging yourself. You're going to tell him how you self-sabotage. You're going to tell him how you got roadblocks. You're going to tell him what's going on with these blessing blockers that you put up on yourself, these strongholds you keep walking into. You're going to tell him today, earnestly praying for yourself. Listen to this. The night before Herod was to bring him to trial, tonight, we get free tonight. I'm going to tell you this now. Peter was sleeping between two soldiers. Stop right there. Some of you done got comfortable. You sleeping in the enemy territory. You sleeping in areas you shouldn't be in. You sleeping with people around you that's waiting to kill you. They waiting to bring you up on charges. They waiting to sit here and prosecute you. They waiting for you to sit here and say one word. And guess what? They going off on you. They telling all your business. They backstabbing you. Come on, y'all. They telling things that they should not have told. And some people around you, they know too much. If you know what they know, then you should get rid of them. Let's be clear about it. You need to come to terms on some things because you can't afford nobody messing you up. I pray that God right now that he will not allow our names to get attached to no scandals. We don't need no foolish and we don't need nobody acting up in our arena right now. Eject them before we get to where we going right now. Let's go, y'all. Listen to this. Two soldiers bound with chains. You see them chains? Chains of guilt and chains of greed. Some people don't want to see you flourish. They don't want to see you move. They don't want to see you develop. They don't want to see you with your certification. They don't want to see you with more money. Certification means more money. Bing, bing. More certification means more money, more things, more opportunity, more friends, more work, and you got to manage it. Come on now. Listen to this. Yes, God. With chains, right? Where I'm at. Verse 7. Suddenly. Please say suddenly. Suddenly, some of you in your situation, suddenly your situation about to take another turn. Suddenly, something took a dip. But when you come back out, suddenly you disappear. Suddenly you fell back. Suddenly your mouth started being closed. Suddenly, it says, suddenly an angel of the Lord. Stop right there. Hallelujah. Bless God for that right there. Suddenly something showed up. You can't question what showed up. You can't question what's in somebody. When the Spirit sent them, the Spirit Spirit sent them. Come on, Invisible Crown Army, get in position right here. Take the room. Watch this. Suddenly an angel of the Lord appeared and a light shone in the cell. Stop. You see that light in your shell right now. Your cell is where you've been sitting at. Your cell is your little incubator room. Your cell is that little house you keep sitting in. Your cell is your quarantine position. Watch this, you guys. Yay. He struck Peter on the side. This is why some of you get popped the way you do. You get convicted the way you do, right? He popped Peter on the side. You get hit across the head. You get drugged down. You get thrown off. You keep wondering, what happened to me? The angel hit you because you done fell asleep in the wrong place. You done got comfortable and you forgot that we trying to get to bigger, better, greater. You forgot what you prayed for. Listen to this. He struck Peter. Some of you hard-headed. You don't want to take the hit. Soon as the angel hits you, you ready to go back and forth. What you mean? Are you going to hit me? You're doing too much. Listen to this. And woke him up. Why did you get hit? Because you've been asleep right now. You've been asleep right now. See, you done got comfortable in uncomfortable positions. You done got fell asleep in the little neighborhood that you in. You supposed to be on the other side. You got a promised land. Remember, you went to spy it out, then you came back. Right now, you got to go back over. We didn't come back just to stay over here. I spied it out, so I know when we get there what we need to do. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Press quicker, real quick. Press with me real quick. Press. Watch this. Suddenly the angel appeared, struck Peter. What did he say to Peter? Get up, wake up, and get up quickly. Some of you, listen to this. Verse 7, it says, quickly, get up. You've been stuck so long, you better have a get up in you right now. Some of you, don't rush me. I get there when I get there. You taking your time at the wrong time. I told you it's going to be a suddenly shift. And if you're not ready, then you done missed your opportunity. We'll see you another time because I'm trying to shift when God shifts. When he move, I'm moving just like that. So I'm going to show you what's going to happen and how it's going to happen. And when it happens, you're going to know it's happening. Watch this. It hit him, woke him up. What did it say? Quick. What did it say? Quick. Speak quick. Get up. So he got up, he said, and the chains fell off Peter's wrist. Stop. You gonna get up. I told you. We sit down because we know how to get up. We sit down because we know how to get up. You guys, it's the Invisible Executive Army. We on deck right now. Invisible Executive Army. I'm calling you to the front line. Why? Because we on the Mighty Monday Meltdown. We in the middle of a timeout on the battlefield. This battlefield is called life. You better shut his feet because we don't care what people think about us at this point. We all going through, but some of us, we getting out of what we've been going through because we growing through this and we seen this picture too many times. Watch this picture. So the chains fell off when he did what? When he got up and said, listen, I'm only been tolerating you just because I was trying to help you. But you have no hold on me. I'm not bound to anything. I appreciate what you do. But at this moment, this is my cue when I exit this scene right here. Some of us, let's exit this scene. Watch the scene as we exit the scene. Verse 8, then the angel said to him, stop right here. If somebody can't tell you something, then there go your problem while you still stuck in the area you shouldn't be in. The angel had to say something. The angels, come on, y'all. We waiting on the angel, not the teacher, not the dead. We talking about an angel now. Some of you are angels and you don't know it, but I'm trying to let you know. I understand you still do some stuff that you shouldn't do, but that does not mean you're not an angel. You are an angel. Listen to this. Watch this. Then the angel said to him, put on your clothes and sandals. Stop right there. You see? You done got comfortable, done got naked, and you see here done got warm up in here. You got your shoes off, your clothes off, and you butt naked in an area you shouldn't be in. But guess what? Put your clothes on, put your attitude on, put your invisible crown on. What does it represent? Your character and your attitude. Put on your belt of truth. What does that represent? I'm only responsible for what I say, not what you understand. Put them boots on, the boots of peace. What that represent? I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Put your breastplate on. What does that mean? That means I ain't got no feelings right now because I recognize I can do better than being right here. I ain't going to get me up out of here. And put your helmet of salvation on. I am my life coach, not yours. Come on now. Angels told him to put up, mount up. Let's go. Peter did so. Peter did so. Do what God is instructing you to do. Get up and arm yourself. Put your clothes on. No matter what situation you in, you coming up out this situation immediately. Watch this. And Peter did so. Wrap your cloth around you and follow me. Follow me. Here come the alternate route. Follow me. Here come the alternate route. You can't follow everybody because everybody ain't in the situation that you in. But you got to follow me because when you get out, I'm getting out too. And at the end of the day, I want something better too. Don't think you getting it and I ain't getting it. Come on, y'all. Let's go. We all getting this today. Let's go. Watch this. It says, follow me. The angel told him. He didn't say nothing to the angel. Peter followed him out of the prison, but he had no idea. Stop right here. Stop thinking you know everything. Stop thinking you know everything. What's going on? YouTube, I see you guys on YouTube. Thank you for logging in. What's going on? I'm closing it out right now. Peter, calm down, AJ. Peter followed him out of the prison, but he had no idea. Stop thinking with your own thoughts. I told you need the Spirit to do some things on your behalf. You need the Spirit to work on your behalf. You don't know how they leave in your life, but the Spirit will get them out. You don't know how you making your way out, but the Spirit will get you out. Watch this. It says follow him. But he had no idea what the angel was doing was really happening. Some of you don't believe that this is really happening, but it's happening. You don't believe it, but it's happening. He thought he was seeing a vision. Do you hear me? This man thought he was dreaming. Some of you ain't dreaming. You actually woke. You dreaming with your eyes open. He thought he was seeing a vision. They passed the first guard. They go to first set. Then they passed the second guard. That means some of you only passed one stage and you got busted right here. You start talking. Hey, I don't believe what just happened to me. And your butt got taken right back to jail. Shut your mouth this time. You're going to get past the first. That's 1 point. And then there's the second point. You got to make it past your second point. Only the last person that tried to help you with this, they only got you to the first point. Come on, y'all. For all those that's been sitting here at this first point, AJ finna take you to the second point. Here go the second point. The first point, they passed the first point, then the second point, and came to the iron gates leading to the city. It opened for them by itself. Stop thinking that you got to do everything. Some stuff gonna open without your help. Some stuff's gonna open when you get to a certain level. You know how you have that sensor that when your lights, it gets some movement and the lights pop on. You got to get to a certain point and then the doors will open. Some of you still talking like, I ain't seen nothing yet because you ain't got to the point you're supposed to be in. Get your transition in order and report to where you're supposed to be. Listen to this. The door opened up leading to the city. It opened by itself. You don't have to do anything. Just get to a better place. Shut your mouth. Get to a better place. And they went through it, and they went. Your kids, your family, your community, everybody that's connected to you. They went when you went. When you moved, they moved because you moved. You wasn't worried about them. You was worried about you. Get yourself to where you need to be. Everybody, and they went through it. When they had walked the length of one street, that means when you get out, don't look back. Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. Don't sit here and get nervous now. Listen to this. One street, and suddenly the angel left. The angel left. Didn't I tell you guys show up in who he show up in? Didn't I tell you he could show up in you and then he help what he need to do and then he's gone, he leaves. At that moment, it's on you. Then Peter came to himself and said, now I know without a doubt that the Lord that you claim, the Lord of Lords, that showed the Lord your God, what did he do? He sent an angel. He sent the angel and rescued me. Yeah. Come on, y'all. You guys, that was heavy for me. I appreciate everybody that logged in on YouTube. Thank y'all for the messages. My aunt and my family be watching. I'm thankful for that. YouTube, make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be doing some different things. This is a little difficult for me, but I'm grateful that I got good people with me right now. This is how we live this life. We live it with the Spirit, not without the Spirit. I don't need to play church. I need to recognize that this is on me now. This is on me. If it's on me, then it's on me right now. This is on me, baby. This is on you too. Thank you guys on YouTube. YouTube family, peace and blessings all day. Make sure you subscribe and let somebody know about us over here, okay? Thank you.